Brian Blessed, if you don't know, is Brian Blessed. Yeah, you've seen this, right?
Please welcome. It's Brian Blessed.
It's fucking Brian Blessed. It's Brian fucking Blessed. Shut up. Don't know about Brian Blessed.
Hello, can you hear me? I've only got one thing to say to you. Gordon's alive! Gordon's alive! I am fucking amazed you're all here.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you all doing here? Well, I'm marvellous to be here. You can speak now.
They've come to see you, Brian. I've been trying to get you on this podcast for a very long time. It's been very difficult to get you. I've had Hollywood superstars. I've had all sorts of people on here, but Brian Blessed is the one everyone wants. I can stop doing the podcast after this one.
In actual fact, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I am huge in Tenerife. 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 Huge in Tenerife.
Like already.
In Tenerife. Huge in Tenerife. In Tenerife. Fucking Jack Russell ate it. Ask me any question you like. Go on.
Well, I have one question I ask a lot of guests. Have you ever seen a Bigfoot, Brian Blessed?
Well, I can answer that question. I'll be very serious now because I can see with this audience I can be wonderfully serious and full of gravitas. What was the question?
Have you ever seen or a Yeti, or a Bigfoot, or a Yeti?
Now look, ladies and gentlemen, a third of Canada has only been surveyed by helicopter. A lot of the lost world in South America is completely unknown. So in Canada, it's Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and then you move across from Canada into Asia, and it's the Almas giant. The Russians have records of the Almas giant, 7, 8, 9 feet tall. You move across Asia, it becomes the Metomar, and it becomes the Yeti, and then you move down to Sumatra, and it's Orang Pendek. Upright man. And there is a BBC camera crew down there at this moment. They've been there for 10 years, taking photographs because they are besotted with it. But you see, I don't need that in the fact that I look in the mirror. I fucking adore the way I look. I mean, people like Branner and Anthony Sher and Derek Jacobi and McKellen and all of them, they're shite compared to me. 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 In the mirror.
Fucking hell. I actually meant to carry on with that, and then I pressed the wrong button, and then I deleted it all. So I'll just carry on.
I I've had females come on at me. Now, working with female gorillas that I did in Canterbury and at Chessington at the time, there's about 6 of them. I sat with the gorillas because they love me. And they're very passive, the females, but they are dirty fuckers. And they empty your pockets. You must empty your pockets. They'll empty your pockets. They're very quick. And they're very passive, and then gradually their hands start to move towards your flies. And they start to unzip. And it's a universal language. And then it'll knock on the nose. And then their hands come out again. I wrestled a gorilla in Canterbury many years ago. Many, but bear with me, I'll be with you in a second. A few years ago in Canterbury, I wrestled Gurgis. He was 6'3", a big, lovely gorilla.
Yeah, that Gurgis.
I was very glad in the last King Kong film, but one, the blonde girl doing somersaults and King Kong laughing, because gorillas laugh. And when I used to wrestle Gurgis, I used to grab his bollocks. Absolutely true. And he made him helpless. Anyway. And what I want to say is this. It made him helpless. Anyway. And 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 it made him helpless. It made him helpless. Anyway. It made him helpless. Anyway. I look in the mirror. It made him helpless. Anyway.
Fucking jazz hands. Right, more Brian Blessed.
Huge fucking penis. So the human male, in spite of his great brain he's got, I mean, he dangles down there. They've got, human beings, males, they have pretty big dongs. So anyway...
Speak for yourself.
No, I'll just scratch for a moment. So I would say that, therefore, I don't understand why the gorillas are that big, and you can understand why the females adore me, can't you? And that's my point. Does that answer?
That's good.
Does that answer your question?
I'm not sure.
I presume that the male gorillas have a fucking fantastic sperm count.
I think it's to do with gorillas are very faithful, so they
I love Brian Blessed so much.
Size and penis size is smaller. It's something to do with that. Whereas I think human beings. I did write a book about penises.
Did you?
Yeah, I can't quite remember what it is. I think that's right. I think gorillas are more faithful, so their genitals can be smaller. It's something like that. But I think it's about balls rather than penis size. But
fuck,
we'll see.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like they are from your experience.
Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, certainly the Yeti does exist. I'm quite convinced.
You went to search. You went because there's another question I ask is, have you ever been in a canoe? But I've never asked, have you been in a canoe that's been paddled by an orangutan?
I say, Guinness. When I was down there in Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. You know, I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. You know, I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. You know, I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. You know, Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. I got these great fucking lips. Malaysia, I was in this canoe with this fucking great orangutan. Orangutan, you know. I got these great fucking lips.
Oh. This is brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
Rich is giving up now as well.
Wait, what?
That was insane.
That was great.
Just ready. And of course, when you see
That was
films
insane.
of Superman, there's only 2 men flying or 3 men flying. In Batman, 1 man, 2 men, nothing. But in Flash Gordon, our film, you've got 4,500 people flying. It's amazing with their wings and me at the front. So it took ages to get it ready, get our wings together. I did have, of course, an extra wing wire. I had an extra wire on my cock because, to hold me up because I'm being rather heavy down there. I had all the fucking lines when I'm flying up there. You could end up with a falsetto voice. I didn't want. So I had an extra one on my bollocks. Anyway. That sequence of me flying down, everyone's getting ready. Then they gave me a bazooka. And of course, he's made of cardboard. And he's given me the bazooka and flashes alongside me. Of course, the terms I use are my RAF squadron when I was doing my national service. And there it is. So, stand by, Brian! Action! And I went, well, who wants to live forever? Squadron 40, dive! And down we came, 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 down we came.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. Thanks for nothing. Right.
Sweet.
There's going to be no more wars. We'd won the war. There's great celebrations. No more, no war, no more, no more, no more. They're all singing that. It was my park. And at the town centre, they had Paul Robeson. Paul Robeson was the great black, wonderful bass baritone. He was in Sounds of the River. He sang the famous canoe song. Ayoko, ayoko. 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 He sang the famous canoe song. He sang the famous canoe song. Ayoko, ayoko. He sang the famous canoe song. Ayoko. He sang the famous. He sang the famous canoe song. The famous canoe song. He sang the famous canoe song. Sang the famous canoe song. Ayoko, ayoko. He sang the famous canoe song. Ayoko, ayoko.
This is so fun. So fun. I'm really enjoying this. let's do more. More blessed.
Boys in the car, and the inspector and the sergeant. I mean, we're just massive. We could do anything. It was wonderful. There was only BBC One and ITV. That's all there were at the time. So I couldn't walk any. I was bigger than the Beatles, but I was this. And everybody wanted to be in Z cars. I mean, from Lawrence.
I love
to James
Brian
Mason,
Blessed so
Kenneth
much.
Moore. And then when he's finished talking, he says, "What are you doing next?" I said, "Well, I'm going to Mars." Yes, next. It's a little red. I'm going to Mars. Yes.
Hello,
I'm going to Mars. Yes, next. I'm going to Mars. Yes, next. I'm going to Mars. Yes, next. I'm going to Mars. I'm going to Mars. Yes, I'm going to Mars. I'm going to Mars. I'm going to Mars. On Titan, it was astonishing countries and nations on these planets. There are mountains on Mars 4 times higher than Mount Everest. Olympus Mons, the size of Spain. I want to go there, I want to climb it, I want to be there. At the age of 6, I was told by our Olympic teacher, Mrs. Johnson, that they were the world's besides ours. I'm going to a painter. The stars, they're real. And Mars, I painted Mars in a sexual. Yes. Yes.
Wait, this is an unreasonable amount of fun. This is just, I mean, I don't know if, are you guys enjoying this? This is like more fun than I've had all day today. Today's been a weird day. Started off with stomach cramps and Trump speeches, and it's ended up with Brian Blessed going to Mars. Let's see what else he's...
Right, it's wonderful. Mars is wonderful. It's wonderful. You can just grab the surface, Brian. It's all history. It's wonderful.
I mean, jeez.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. 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 It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
I just want to point out that fucking that bass line sort of thing, that's all Brian Blessed's voice. Right, I think that's enough. I mean, I'll carry this on tomorrow with more Brian Blessed, because God knows that Brian Blessed is the cure to 2020. In these times of Brexit and Trump and coronavirus, three things that suck a lot. There is still Brian Blessed. We lost Bowie, we lost Prince, but we still have Brian Blessed. If he goes, man, then the core of the earth will become a black hole, and the whole of our sort of local cluster will end up being sucked into it. Protect Brian Blessed at all costs. Be good to yourselves and each other. Make sure to visit my Patreon. There are lots of cool perks and things that I sort of give away, and like content and stuff, not like locks of pubic hair, although maybe I should do that for the top tier in the Patreon. Things to consider. Who knows? But they will be cursed. There'll be cursed lockets of pubic hair that you can wear as a pendant, and anyone that wears them dies within 100 years of putting it on. That's a promise.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Can I get thrown off Twitch for promising to send people lockets full of my pubic hair that kills them within 100 years of the day that they put it on?
It's too slow.
I don't know. I don't know if they have like an AI system which flags specifically that eventuality. We'll see. All be revealed. There'll be Barry Manilow. There'll be Donald Trump. All of them will be here on the sofa with me. So look forward to that, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye now.
Fuck yeah.
See you, Beardy.
Bye. See you later. Oh, I suppose I'll see you. Fine.
See ya.
Bye. For fuck's sake.
See your wedding.